Hello there. My name is CJ Simonis, and I'm a candidate for District 14, Polk County Supervisor. First, I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for giving us this opportunity to speak to you and introduce myself. My wife and I are native Wisconsinites, originally from Prescott. After high school, I went to the Naval Academy out in Annapolis, Maryland, and since the Navy hires all their graduates, I spent the next 5 years after that on a ship out of Pearl Harbor, where I was a veteran of Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Currently, I'm an attorney working for Honeywell down in the Twin Cities. I work in their Buildings Controls division down there. We moved up here from the Twin Cities last year. And although we're fairly new as residents to the area, we've been coming up here for 20 years visiting family. And it's always been our dream to finally move up here ourselves. And thankfully, last year was our opportunity. So here we are. I entered this campaign because I'm grateful for the opportunity for being up here. And I've always felt that with that comes sort of a responsibility to contribute and lend your skills in to help contribute to the success. I think Polk County, I think the county itself is moving in a great direction, and my hope is that by serving as a supervisor, I can contribute to that continued success. One of the things I think that's important to me is growth. I think growth is inevitable, and it's even welcome and desirable. But from my experience, it needs to be managed responsibly and conservatively. One of the things that makes Polk County such a great place to live, and that attracted me to come up here, is the rural character that it has. And sadly, I've found that that's probably one of the first things that goes unless you're careful about planning and managing growth. I saw it happen in my previous community in less than 5 years of unmanaged growth. We went from a small farm town basically to just, another unremarkable bedroom suburb of the Twin Cities. And I don't want that to happen to Polk County. Managing growth responsibly also has to take into account the environment and our natural resources that we have here. And that means things like proper zoning, proper density standards for the community. And those are things that I think will be a passion of mine, and things that I would really like to help contribute to as part of the county board. The other big priority, of course, I think, is fiscal responsibility. Sometimes in a growing community, leaders tend to kind of get a little bit over their skis a bit when it comes to public investment. I know it's, excuse me, I know it's always a bit of a balancing act to responsibly spend money, especially taxpayer money, and to make smart investments at the right time. But people have to realize and understand that you don't always have to buy the Mercedes when a good solid Chevy will do just as well for your needs. I think another part of that, though, too, is savings. I think in order to have the resources in the bank that'll help the community and the county during times that are a little bit tougher, it's important to keep an eye on savings. And it also shows lenders and other people that we're a financially responsible and a financially secure county for, if we ever have to find ourselves having to bond or borrow money for some reason. So I think the county overall has done a good job, or struck the right balance in doing that too, at least so far as I've seen. But that is another area I think that I would probably want to focus on as a county board member. And finally, probably the third thing for me is I am a strong supporter of law enforcement. It still seems a little weird to me that people actually have to say that, but I guess we're sort of living in weird times now as it is. But every county has its challenges when it comes to public safety, and Polk County has its challenges. And I just want the people to know that I would be one that would want to give our sheriff's department and other law enforcement all the resources it needs to protect this community and protect its residents. So the skills that I bring to this, I think, are 30 years of business and management experience. I do have a law degree. Do have an understanding of the law, of public law, and even, much to my surprise, a little bit of litigation and courtroom experience under my belt. And I think those are all tools that would serve me well in focusing on these areas that I would like to be responsible for. So that's I guess my introduction. Again, my name is CJ Simonis. I'm a candidate for the Polk County Supervisor, District 14, and I would appreciate your support in April. If anybody would like to get a hold of me, they could reach me in my email address, which is CJ, my last name Simonis all together, CJSIMONES @outlook.com. So thank you again to the League of Women's Voters for hosting this, and thank you for listening to it, and God bless.